What's going on, Knicks Nation? Your New York Knicks wrap up the game against the Washington Wizards as they take care of business in Madison Square Garden after their long travel. They take care of business 122-103. Karl-Anthony Towns, 31 points, 11 boards. OG Anunoby, 23 points, 2 steals. Downhill Anunoby. Love that Anunoby. Finally realized he's a 250-pound bull. And nobody can guard this man when he's going full head of steam. Mikal Bridges, 27 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, 6 rebounds tonight as your New York Knicks take care of business against the Wizards. Appreciate every single one of you guys in here on this Saturday evening talking Knicks. Many other things you guys could be doing, but really appreciate your time. And there's a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Smash the like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. And really appreciate you guys once again. Salute, guys. What's going on, guys? I'm going to be real with you guys, right? I'm going to be real with you guys. Saturday night, facing the Wizards. I knew the Knicks were going to handle business. Honestly, I wasn't too hyped for this game. It was just one of those games where, you know, you're coming off 2 bad losses, Saturday night in the Garden. You knew they're going to take care of business. I wasn't too thrilled to watch this one. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't gonna watch it, but I wasn't too thrilled. And then something caught my attention before the game. That is when Deuce McBride got pulled. He was ruled out, and I was like, hoping, praying. What does Tom Thibodeau do? Does he finally play Tyler Kolek? And he did. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight, especially Tyler Kolek. We will get to him. Thought he played awesome. But Wizards, look, they've had some good wins in these last couple of weeks, on the road especially. The Pistons, the Nuggets. I know they're 15 and 55, and they stink. They're 8-28 away from their home arena. Knicks got up by 33 in this game. They went up by 33 in this game. Game over, right? Went up by 33, game over. Nope. Wizards stormed back, outscoring the Knicks 42-17 from the third into the fourth quarter. The lead got cut to, 9? And you're sitting there like, no, this can't be happening. If the Knicks lose this game, somebody is not coming out of this arena safe. So if the Knicks lose this game, somebody's not going to come out of this arena safe. But Knicks pulled it together. And they got the win, like Nostalgic. What's going on, Nostalgic? I say it in the chat. Yuri, what's going on, Yuri? Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Eddie, what's going on, Eddie? Appreciate you. Tony, Chris says, yeah, that Kolek Bridges combo was fire. Let's go. Kolek Bridges, ladies and gentlemen. 5 assists to Mikal Bridges from Tyler Kolek in that second quarter, by the way. We'll get to that again. We'll get to that. El Figgy. What's going on? It says ugly win. Win is a win. Tony says free Tyler Kolek. Free Tyler Kolek. Woody says I'm sleeping, but I'm keeping your live stream on. Show my support. Appreciate you, Woody. Put it on mute or something. I appreciate you. Get your sleep. Don't want to hold up your sleep. Sleep is very important nowadays. Hit him up says let's pump the brakes. Wizards off a back-to-back, plus they tanking. That's exactly why I wasn't excited for this game. I knew this Knicks team was going to ultimately pull this one out. And, you know, if they didn't, the alarms would have definitely been sounding off, right? The alarms definitely would have been sounding off. But key takeaways, Anunoby, awesome going downhill. Just an awesome game. Got his shot back. OG Anunoby was 4 or 5 from 3, 23 points. Great game from OG Anunoby. Mikal was absolutely incredible. Campaign set the tone tonight in the first quarter with 10 points and 4 assists in that first quarter, excuse me. And then Mike Breen dropped a stat in this game. When the Knicks lead after the first quarter, they are 25-4. When they trail, they are 16-20. So the Knicks tonight led after the first quarter. Everything was all good. Second quarter, you built that big lead. Third quarter, they kind of took their foot off the pedal. Wizards made an incredible run. And second quarter, you're sitting there like, does Thibs go to Kolek? Does Thibs go to Tyler Kolek? And he did, by the way. Tyler Kolek was awesome tonight, guys. Bridges and Kolek in that second quarter were incredible. 14 straight points from Mikal Bridges in that second quarter in just 7 minutes, by the way. 7-7 from the field in that third quarter. In that second quarter, excuse me, Thibs ran a lineup of Kolek, Hart, Bridges, Towns, and Mitchell Robinson. Tyler Kolek played the entire second quarter and made an immediate impact. Immediate impact from Tyler Kolek in that second quarter. We were told, guys, Tyler Kolek wasn't ready. We were told Tyler Kolek is a defensive liability. Well, if you look at the box score, I think Tyler Kolek had, 3 steals in that second quarter, if I'm not mistaken? I think he had all 3 of his steals in that second quarter, by the way. After watching tonight, you mean to tell me this guy couldn't have been playing since January, guys? This guy couldn't have at least been playing since Jalen Brunson went down? This is exactly why I went on my rant during the last postgame. Back-to-back versus the Charlotte Hornets. You go 8-man rotation. You don't even play Tyler Kolek. Well, prime example tonight. The offense flowed beautifully with him on the court. Guys, career high in assists tonight for Tyler Kolek. 3 steals, 7 assists in that second quarter. We were the dumb ones, right, for asking for this sooner. We were the dumb ones for asking for this sooner. I'm just saying, man. The moment Jalen Brunson went down, that is the moment Tyler Kolek should have been playing. Right? That's the moment Tyler Kolek should have been playing. The moment Jalen Brunson went down is the moment Tyler Kolek should have been playing for this basketball team. Pass first point guard. Offense flows beautifully with time on the court. Defensively, he had 3 steals in that second quarter, guys. Picking in the passing lanes too. Impressive stuff from Tyler Kolek. You mean to tell me what we saw today? He couldn't have been playing. He couldn't have not been playing since January. Come on, man. Come on, man. We ain't stupid. We're Knicks fans. We're pretty smart. We're pretty smart. If a coach decides that a pass-first point guard with limited athleticism and 4 years of college experience isn't playable in the NBA, there are only 2 ways to look at it. Either the front office made a mistake drafting him or the coach doesn't know how to evaluate talent. Right? Which side are you picking? And I know Thibs knows how to evaluate talent. I don't even want to go down that path. 7 assists, 3 steals in the second quarter. Tyler Kolek was awesome for this team in the time that he played. And look, fresh body, fresh legs. And look, I know it was against the Wizards, but I don't care. It should have been against the Spurs. It should have been against the Hornets. Like, you need to get your guys rest, especially during this stretch run with the playoffs around the corner. Kolek should have been playing. It's inexcusable why Tyler Kolek hasn't been playing, especially when Jalen Brunson went down. Inexcusable, in my opinion. And tonight was just a prime example of what the young player can do, and he showed it on the basketball court. Fearless. You saw Rick Brunson just dapping him up after every timeout, just super happy for Tyler Kolek. And you could tell Rick Brunson was on his side and just in his corner. And I'm just super happy that Kolek finally got his opportunity, and Thibs finally realized to get him out there. It took Deuce McBride to sit out because of a bruised think he bruised his groin for Tyler Kolek to get some playing time. And Kolek, this dude he's not your typical rookie, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we saw it. We saw it tonight, guys. I mean, we're not dumb. We're not dumb. Knicks win 122-103. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Nostalgic says the latter. Look, man. Vibe says Kolek only played because Deuce was out. Once Deuce comes back, we would not see Kolek again. Nostalgic says exactly. Isaiah says, sorry, not sorry, man. But honestly, Thibs should be on the hot seat even more since Kolek played great. This reflects on Thibs, man. What the heck was he doing? Rasul says, salute to the chat. What's going on? Salute. Well, Rasul, what's going on? Salute. Oh, man. El Figgy says we shouldn't be struggling against the Wizards coming off a back-to-back. Yeah, we got it. Look, 33-point lead. They got to cut it down to like 9. And, you know, we won the game. Wizards, scrappy team. They stink. But, you know, it's – Tony says Tyler Kolek is a top 10 pick. His side puts him at a higher pick. Nostalgia says the dinosaur finally got a clue. Finally. It's about damn time, man. Let's give it up from Tom Thibodeau for playing Tyler Kolek. Guys, my rant during the last post game. I mean, was it not true? Do you not see do you not see what we're seeing? You have a rookie, Tyler Kolek, who hasn't played in meaningful minutes. I'm going to throw up the graphic here. Kolek, most assists by a Knicks rookie in a first half since Marty Collins in 2007. Look at this list. Marty Collins, Tyler Kolek, Iman Shumpert, Jaren Grant, Tony Douglas, Prigioni, Trier, Frank Ntilikina, McBride, need cleaning again, Prigioni. Most assists by a Knicks rookie in the first half since Marty Collins, man. Shout out to Tyler Kolek, by the way. And this was the graphic that I was talking about. First game playing first half minutes since January 1st versus the Jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the month of March, and it is March 22nd with the playoffs in less than a month. So when your point guard, Jalen Brunson, goes down and your offense is struggling, right? Offense is struggling. Deuce McBride, his strength is more of a catch and shoot type of guard. Struggles to run the offense, although we have seen some good positive stuff from Deuce McBride run the offense lately. But your offense has been struggling. You would think, Tyler Kolek, what are the things that he's great at? Assists, running the offense, poised, and we saw his and one tonight, right? You all saw it. Fearless, goes to the rim. You could tell he was hesitant at times going to the rim. You could tell he didn't really want to make mistakes. But in that second quarter, I was just blown away. Look, I know it's against the Wizards. I don't care, though. They're an NBA team. Wizards, you took care of business. But he should have been playing against the Spurs. He should have been playing against the Hornets. I mean, we can go on and on. Portland, he should have been playing. He should have been playing, point blank, period. And it took an injury to Deuce McBride for Tom Thibodeau to finally expand the rotations, and it worked. It worked, right? So one or two things. Either the front office made a mistake in drafting him, which is the reason why he hasn't played that much this season, or the coach doesn't really know how to evaluate talent. And Tom Thibodeau is a smart guy. I think he knows how to evaluate talent. I'm not going to throw that shade on him because he's a very smart coach. But I know this has kind of turned into a Tyler Kolek post-game show, but it's just prime example of what could have been happening if you would have played him more and if you would have just got off the bench. So shout out to the squad, though, man. Shout out to the squad. Big win. They got it done. Salute to everyone in the chat. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for rocking me on this Saturday night. Many other things you guys could be doing, but we're here talking Knicks after a big win. Knicks win 122-103. Tony says no coach in this league will start Payne over Kolek. Tony, Payne actually started this game really well, set the tone. Knicks started this game with a bang. You wanted them to start this game well because lately they have been playing slow to start the games. And Payne with 10 points. What did he finish with? 10 points. I think he had 10 points and 10 points, 3 assists in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter. So, yeah, 10 points, 4 assists at the end of the first quarter. So, had to get off to a great start, and they did. So, Isaiah says your rant from last game still stands. I don't care if they want this game. He still needs to go. Yeah, look, we won. I'm going to, take the calm approach, Isaiah, tonight. But it just shows you that he should have. Even Alan Hahn on his radio station was baffled. He didn't understand why Tom Thibodeau went 8-man in a back-to-back after essentially traveling back to New York, to San Antonio, then to Charlotte, and Thibs just went 8-man, and your starters needed a rest. But that's neither here or there. I mean, look, he played tonight. He contributed, and I'm just happy that Kolek got his due because I know he's been chomping at the bit. I know this kid has been working behind the scenes, training. I know he's been staying ready for this moment, and it's just unfortunate that it didn't come until March 22nd. And it's like, bro, I mean, as soon as number 11, as soon as your captain went down, Tyler Kolek should have been playing 10, 15 minutes, don't care. Kolek should have been playing, running the offense, doing his things. And you saw it in the second quarter. Him and Bridges had a good 2-man game going. 5 assists to Mikal Bridges in that second quarter from Tyler Kolek. He had a nice pass across the court to Bridges in the corner that the pass landed right in Bridges' shooting motion, and Bridges hit a corner 3. He's a point guard. He is a point guard, and this team has been missing that. And I know that he took him out in the fourth quarter because the Wizards were going on a run. And then after that, Campaign has an 8-second violation. And you're sitting there like, oh, man. But, Payne was good tonight. I'm not going to get on Payne. So I'm not going to get on Payne. Nostalgic Campaign, yeah, he played well. He played well. Support the team. Yasier says, I don't know why Shamet is still playing. We have much better players on the bench. Do we, Yasier? Shamet has been okay. He's been good. He's been good in these last couple of weeks for the Knicks. I know he's had some stinkers lately. 8 assists. No. 3 points, 1 assist, 1 of 4. I know he's had a few stinkers in a row. He has. So, Precious in the first half didn't really do much, although he was in a positive lineup. Hart, 12 rebounds, 9 points. Towns was just dominant, especially in the second half. 13 free throw attempts. You love to see that. 31 and 11 from Big Cat. And Anunoby finally realized he's a 250-pound bull, and nobody can stay in front of him and guard him. It's refreshing, honestly, in these last few weeks. We've seen a different version of OG Anunoby just go straight to the basket. And honestly, when the Wizards made that run, Anunoby kind of settled things down and just relaxed everyone a bit. And it's a good team win, man. I mean, Bridges did his thing, was hitting his threes. It's amazing how great you look when you hit your shots. And not only that, 4 assists, 3 steals, 6 boards for Mikal. You love that. But the story of the night, I thought, was Kolek, man. Story of the night was Tyler Kolek, because we were told that he can't play. We were told that he can't play defense. And all I saw in that second quarter was steal after steal, getting in the passing lanes. Look, is he a good defender? No. We know that. But he works. If you're small, if you're 6 foot, you have to be extremely smart on the basketball court. You have to be extremely smart on the basketball court. His basketball IQ is refreshing, honestly. Tremendous basketball IQ from Tyler Kolek. He's super smart. And this is the kid that performed in college. Performed well in college. And the Knicks paid him all the guaranteed money, all that guaranteed money in the being drafted in the second round. Let's not forget that. And he hasn't played since January? Come on now. Every Knicks chat I'm on, I say play Tyler Kolek. Donnell, what's going on, Donnell? TA, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Appreciate every single one. Guys, 46 people in the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. Yeah, I mean, Tyler Kolek, 7 assists in the first half. I mean, we'll go through this graphic again. It's incredible. And this was a good tweet from Doug List on Twitter. I'm predicting the goalpost moving from, quote, he's a G League player to, quote, it was the Wizards doesn't mean anything after the game. That's all we heard. Kolek wasn't ready. He's a G League player. He's not going to perform well in the NBA. I mean, what are the doubters going to say now? It's against the Wizards. I get it. But it's against the Wizards, but when you played against the Spurs and the Hornets during your last few games and the Trailblazers, and I know you won that one on a buzzer beater, you play him. So what? I don't care if he's playing against the Wizards. I mean, I don't care. You play who's on your schedule. And you know why this game is important? Because it builds confidence. These games are super crucial to a young player's development because it gives them confidence, right? And Kolek has been on the bench just not playing, warming the bench, just not playing, ready, but not playing because Tom Thibodeau hasn't played him. And I'm just happy that he got out there. It's a super confidence booster for the young player. And look, we weren't dumb. I wasn't dumb after the last postgame, guys. I wasn't dumb. Tom Thibodeau, our head coach, should have been playing Tyler Kolek ever since when Jalen Brunson went down. It should have been Tyler Kolek running the offense. Just look at the assist. Career high. He hasn't played since January, right? Tyler Kolek should have been playing basketball when Jalen Brunson went down. Even before that, right? Let's be real. Probably before that. He should have been developing him. He should have been playing him in spot minutes. He should have been finding pockets for him. He should have been playing him, and he hasn't. And look, now that we're past that, I'm just happy he played. I'm just happy that he performed well. He played with the starters. Once again, there was a lineup of him, Hart, Bridges, Towns, and Mitchell Robinson. That lineup was extremely interesting in the second quarter that Thibodeau went to. And I was honestly shocked, guys, that after the first quarter campaign had, that Tom Thibodeau went to Tyler Kolek the entire second quarter. And it's like, I don't know, did he find religion all of a sudden? Was he just like, all right, let me play the rookie. He's playing well out there. I hope. I really do. But, I mean, we know the answer to that. But I just hope that, you know, this is a building block for the young player. And quite frankly, for Tom Thibodeau. I hope he goes home tonight, pops open. I don't know if he drinks. Pops open some wine, looks at the tape, and looks at that second quarter, and looks at the offense with Kolek running the show. And honestly, I hope he goes home tonight and looks at the steals that Kolek had tonight. Because in that second quarter, getting into passing lanes, impressive stuff from Mr. Tyler Kolek. I have a couple of videos that I'm going to show you guys. Let me put this in the chat really quick. All right, here's Tyler Kolek. He doesn't play defense, right? That's all we heard. He doesn't play defense. I don't know. That's all we hear. He's not ready. Look at him. Look at him. That's a steal. That's one steal for Tyler Kolek, ladies and gentlemen. Right? He doesn't play defense. I don't know. We don't know basketball, apparently. right? I'm just happy for him. I'm super happy for Kolek. I am. Here's another video. Here we go. Tyler Kolek. You could tell he was picking his spots tonight, right? You could one-on-one. Gets the pick. Look. He could have been playing. He could have been. What is going on? And look, it's against the Wizards. I get it. I understand it. But that was an NBA play right there. Using his body, using his IQ, making the layup over two defenders, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. He had that look in his eye, man. He had that look in his eye all night long. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. Tony says Tyler Kolek should have been backup point guard from the beginning of the season. No excuses. And please stop with all the defensive stuff about him. Nostalgic says shout out to the farm team. Shout out to the G League, man. Shout out to the G League. TA says Dibs acts like the book is on us. It's not out there. You load up on a bunch of threes on us and we're finished. Dwayne says the offense ran way better with Kolek on the floor. We need to build on that. Tonight the offense, it's beautiful when you hit your threes. Look, 37% from three. Knicks got to the free throw line a lot. Campaign really set the tone in that first quarter. 7 assists, 13 points for Payne, 4 rebounds, and 3 of 8 from three. But it was a team effort. But right now, this is a Tyler Kolek segment because I love it. I love it. Chris says Thibs knows Tyler played well. He just admitted it during the post-game interview. Kolek was awesome tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And look, I'm happy for him. As you can tell, I'm super happy for him. I got the highlights ready to go, and I'm just happy that he got his due. And one coach that was really, after every possession, that was really cheering for him was Rick Brunson. Right? Rick Brunson, you could tell Rick Brunson's pulling for this kid. This was after the Tyler Kolek. He went to the free throw line, got his own rebound, got his miss. You see Tyler Kolek in the picture. He misses the little layup shot at the buzzer. And Rick Brunson, after that, beeline straight to Tyler Kolek. He's like, "Good job, kid." Confidence. It's all about confidence in this league, man. And once you have that, it's a great building block. Great step in the right direction for Mr. Tyler Kolek. Like Nostalgic says in the chat, I am happy for Tyler Kolek. Shout out to Tyler Kolek tonight, man. Shout out to the squad, too. Mikal showed up. Town showed up. But you're supposed to show up against the Wizards at home. You're back home. You're back in your bed. And like I said, opening up this post game, guys, Saturday night against the Wizards, you're sitting there like I know the Knicks were going to win. And I really wasn't too thrilled about this game. But, obviously we're Knicks fans. We watched it. And I wasn't too hype about this one. But when Deuce McBride got ruled out, that caught my attention. Because I knew you had to play Kolek, and he played. And, the ebbs and flows, the roller coaster of this game, Knicks went up 33, game over, right? And the Wizards fought all the way back, and you're sitting there like something's weird. Is like even though the Knicks won 122, 103, don't you guys feel like to allow a team that you go up 33 and to allow a team to creep all the way back from 33 down to 9, a 42-17 run from the Washington Wizards, it just shouldn't happen, right? And I get it, it's the NBA, but the lead, it got dicey, right? And on the Wizards side, Marcus Smart was hitting timely threes for them. They, obviously Alex Sarr has been amazing for them, but the Knicks held him in check. 3 of 10 from the field, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Towns was food. Like, Alex Sarr was food guarding Karl Anthony Towns. Jordan Poole is Jordan Poole. He's going to get his points. And Did they make their run? Yes. The main culprit in that was the main reason for that run was Marcus Smart was really playing smart basketball for the Wizards. And he came off the bench. He's a vet. And, they're rebuilding. Alex Sarr is going to be a really, really great player in this league. He's only a rookie, and he's having amazing performances so far. But, they got some good pieces over there in Washington. And, look, you took care of business. I'm not. Did they make their run? Yes. But, credit to the Knicks for bouncing back. Look, I said if the Knicks would have lost this game, somebody would have. If you go up 33 and you lose the game, I don't think somebody would have made it out. I mean, it's like somebody would have got fired if they lost this one. No lead is safe in the NBA. That's exactly right. El Figis has got to play the Mavs, Clippers, and Bucks this week. Yeah. And Anthony Davis might be coming back for that game as well. So Cloven says Rick Brunson is auditioning for Tom Thibodeau's head coaching job. I had an eye on Rick Brunson tonight, and he was engaged. A lot of times he was in Tom Thibodeau's ear. Substitutions, rooting, obviously, when Tyler Kolek was simply having an amazing second quarter, you saw Rick Brunson just simply, every time Kolek would do something, just standing up on the bench, clapping, and you could tell Rick Brunson wanted this moment for Tyler Kolek, and maybe Rick Brunson has been pulling for Kolek to be playing, and we don't know, and Thibs is the stubborn one, for all we know, and who knows? But you saw Rick Brunson more engaged tonight, and yeah. El Figgy says, and I hear you, but the Knicks let the Wizards go on a 42-13 run. They brought the lead to within 4. Baffling, El Figgy. Baffling. You go up 33. That third quarter was terrible for this basketball club. You allowed the Wizards to drop 35 in that third quarter. And even heading into the fourth, you're nervous. And that's when Thibs pulled Kolek. You really wanted to see more of Kolek, but Thibs pulled Kolek and put Payne back in the game. And not saying that that's the reason why the Knicks got back in the game. I thought OG Anunoby really made some timely shots around the rim. And it's refreshing to watch OG Anunoby realize that he's a 250-pound monster, that not many players in the NBA can stay in front of him. And not only that, not many players want to stay in front of him, because try guarding OG Anunoby going full speed towards the basket. I'm sorry. Like, it's tough. And he has, that's a little wrinkle in his game that he has, obviously done more and more over these last few weeks. And it's good to see his shot come back. You love it. You love it for OG. You love that for OG. And Mikal, 4 of 8 from 3. You love it. Cat finally hit a 3. Obviously, he was pointed to he was like, finally hit a 3. Cat was, look, awesome game, man. But the story is Tyler Kolek, right? We were told he wasn't ready. We were told he was a defensive liability. You mean after watching tonight, you mean to tell me this guy couldn't have been playing since January? I mean, come on now. It's inexcusable. But it is what it is. I'm just a guy with a mic, and we're just fans, right? But we're passionate. And we're pretty smart. Knicks fans are pretty smart, guys. And that's the frustrating thing. Because let's say you play him versus Charlotte. You're playing like these guys. It's crunch time, right? It's crunch time. I mean, the season's dwindling down here. And one thing all I care about right now, guys, honestly, obviously I care about the development of Kolek and the rookies. And today was a very positive step in the right direction. But the only thing I care about is health. Like, that's the only thing that should be on the Knicks' mind. The coaching staff, the training staff, the players. The only thing you should be worried about is health heading into the playoffs. Because we've seen in these last couple of years an unhealthy Knicks team, players get banged up. I think it's time. Like, I would give it a few more games. But honestly, I think it's time for Thibs. Like, I would say I would give it until April. And then once we hit April, once we kind of have everything solidified, the third seed, I don't want these guys playing over 35 minutes, 30 minutes max. Like I just want to be healthy for the postseason. That's it. I want Brunson back. I want Anunoby to be fresh. I don't want to see shots short in the playoffs. I don't. I want these guys healthy. And I know you have that week off in between the 13th, because I don't think the playoffs start until the 19th. Kevin Caro, appreciate the subscription. Can't even talk tonight. But after the 13th, you have that week off, so that's great. But all I care about is health, guys. That's it. That's all we care. That's all we should be caring about right now. Health and building good habits, and hopefully Kolek can play now that Thibodeau finally sees it on the court, because I don't know what he hasn't been seeing, what he has been seeing, what he has been thinking he has been seeing with Tyler Kolek. But honestly, guys, let's be real. In every game Kolek has played this year, and it's been what? Not many, and I'm not talking about the garbage time games. You've seen flashes. You've seen the poise. You've seen the 4-year college career being translated into the NBA. Like he's what, 22, 23? He's not like 18, 19. So it every time I think about it, I like get upset. Like I really don't understand it. But El Figgy says, remember how green Kolek looked? Great Kolek looked in the beginning of the season to how much better he's moving the ball now. He should have been developing all along. Nostalgia says sit Deuce. Yeah, I just want Deuce healthy, right? Healthy. Huck should be back by the first round. Positive sign that Huck Porty's doing more stuff behind the scenes. That's the latest report, that Huck Porty's doing some stuff. Donnell says just waiting on Brunson. This Rover says, nah, Ant, you'll get 38 minutes of Josh Hart for the rest of the regular season, and you're gonna like it. Come on, don't say that, man. Tony says, watch Kolek won't play next game. Isaiah says, apparently McBride will be out for a couple of games, and if that's the case, then Kolek will play more. Look, if McBride is hurting, sit, man. You're at a point in the season where I don't want guys pushing injuries. I don't want you to fight back. I don't want it. Because I know Jalen Brunson's 4 games away from being eligible for All-NBA, and I know that's important to him. But even when he comes back, his minutes are going to be capped. Maybe 20 minutes. He's not going to be playing a lot. These games are not going to be meaningful, especially if you have the third seed locked up. Obviously, you want to build some good habits. You want to build some good momentum heading into the playoffs, and I think you will. But if Deuce is out, right? Okay, Kolek train. Hop on it. Let's go. He's ready. He showed you that tonight. He's ready, man. He's ready. Most assists by a Knicks rookie in the first half since Marty Collins, ladies and gentlemen. Marty Collins. Even Frank didn't do it. I mean, yeah, he had 7. What am I saying? Since Marty Collins. So that's 2007. It's 2025. 18 years ago. That's the last time it happened, ladies and gentlemen. Most assists in a first half since Marty Collins. Remarkable stuff, man, honestly. We haven't seen this in 18 years. And that is what Tyler Kolek does best. He's a specialist. Point guard. Offense flowed beautifully with him on the court. Most of those assists were to Bridges, but Bridges, by the way, had his best quarter. I think one of his best quarters of the season in that second. But I just thought Kolek was awesome, man. Basketball IQ through the roof. Obviously, I keep repeating myself. But I love what we saw from Kolek. I really did, man. Because these are what these guys are for. This is like, I get super passionate about this because, like, if you look at the Knicks' financial situation, you really don't have an avenue to improve the bench. So you really got to look within. You got to look at your rookies, Daddy A, Kolek. Hukporty started to play more, so I'm not really worried about him. I think he's going to have a bright future. Like, where's the path to improve your bench this summer, honestly, unless you're trading somebody, right? Where is the path? I know you can, Precious can go, and I know you can tinker with things here and there, but your path is you need these guys to develop. You need these guys to help you out in situations where you're down a Brunson, where you're down a Deuce, where you're down a few guys. And it took until March 22nd to get to this point, which is the baffling part, right? You need these guys to help you out. And I know the Knicks have a good record. They're going to finish with over 50 wins. But I'm just happy that Thibs finally pulled through. And he got Kolek out there. He needed to, because no Deuce, you knew Kolek was going to play. He would have been crazy if he didn't go to Kolek, honestly. But I'm just happy that Kolek finally got his due, finally got out there. You see the basketball IQ. You see the vision on the court. Him and Mikal seem like they have some great chemistry from that second quarter, and that's really positive. And you saw a lot of Kolek minutes with the starters tonight. Really positive stuff. So if Deuce is out for the next couple of games, you're going to see more of Kolek. And this, I'm sure he can have a double-digit assist game, no problem. Like, if he plays 20 to 25 minutes, I'm sure he can have double-digit assist games, no problem. And the Knicks need that. The Knicks have needed kind of that point guard to get people in their spots and kind of see the floor really well. And you saw that with Kolek in that second with Bridges. It was just awesome. It was awesome. And defensively, look, 3 steals tonight, guys, for Kolek. Really impressed me getting into the passing lanes and just being that pest, right? Just being that pest. Because if you're on the smaller side, if you're 6 foot, you need to be extremely smart on the defensive end. And I saw it, right? I saw it tonight. So, shout out to Kolek. Shout out to Kolek. Dis Rover says Deuce really needs to scout. What's the update on Deuce? What am I missing here? Is Deuce out for? What's the update on Deuce? Somebody said Deuce can be out for a couple of games. Is that what I'm missing? How about that off the backboard dunk from Buchamp at the end of the game? Clyde was like, you better make that. If he missed that, I don't even think he would have. He probably would have been cut if he missed that dunk. I was like, that's a bold move. That's a bold move right there. But Clyde was like, you better make that. That was funny. But look, you got it done. It's the Wizards. Now you have it. You're home for a little bit. Campaign said it at the end of the day. At the end of the game, you're home for a little bit, and it's great news if you're a Knicks fan and if you're a Knick. Buchamp really goes for it. I like his athleticism and determination. This Rover said he's likely to be out a few more games. El Figgy says let Precious and Landry go, free up some money to get depth. Yeah, but you only have enough to spend, El Figgy. So I know Precious, he's probably not going to be on this team this summer. Landry probably not going to be on this team. Obviously trades can happen, but we shall see. But we just got to focus. It's crunch time, man. Playoffs are in less than a month. Let that kick in. Playoffs are in less than a month. April 19th is when the NBA playoffs start. And I know your bench is, has been a talking point, but after the Hornets game, guys, all I heard on sports radio was like, who do you want Tom Thibodeau to go to? You want him to go to Kolek? I was listening to the morning show, DiPietro and Rothenberg, and they were saying, and Rothenberg was saying, Kolek isn't ready. He's not ready. That's all we heard was Kolek isn't ready. You want him to play Tyler Kolek? He's not going to play him. He's not ready. Watch the tape, man. Watch the tape. Kolek is ready. He just hasn't been playing. And that's the frustrating. That's where Knicks fans get extremely frustrated. Because we know what we're talking about, man. Should have been playing. I said that like 5 times tonight, but I'm like, I'm dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded. But he played. He performed. He could have been playing. He probably would have been better up to this point if you've been playing, making mistakes out there. He's a rook. This Rover says even Knicks fans kept parroting Tyler can't defend. Yeah, like the rest of our team can. I saw it all, man. I just saw it all. It's like all I heard was the Thibs defenders. And look, I'm not here to rag on Thibs. He's our coach. He's going to be our coach for the foreseeable future. You guys know where I stand on him, though. I'm on the train. You guys get it. But it just baffles me that, everyone was just like, who do you want Thibs to play? And I'm just like, your rookie, maybe? I mean, the guy you paid all this guaranteed money to in the second round? I don't know. Maybe give him a shot and you play him and he performs. And look, I know it's against the Wizards, but still. I mean, he honestly, he was doing this early in the season, and we saw his court vision. His court vision has always been there, right? So I don't want to hear it. I don't. Wasn't he the Big East Player of the Year? Tyler Kolek, by the way. 2023, Big East Player of the Year. Hasn't played since January 1st. Why? Chris says we have enough talent. This coach just needs to add the right players into his 8-man rotation. Just find the pockets. Find the right time to play these guys. And look, come playoff time, these guys are not going to play. Brunson's minutes are going to rise. Everyone's minutes are going to rise come playoff time. So, but you want these guys to be well rested, and you want them to be, refreshed when the playoffs hit. And yeah, I'm just happy that, he played them. He found some religion, and he played them. Let's get to the Discord. Hit the Discord. I see Yuri in the Discord. I see you, Yuri, waiting. Link is pinned up in the chat. Those of you who want to chime in, give me your thoughts. You can hop in the Discord. Link is pinned up in the chat. Let's get to Yuri. What does Yuri have to say? Yuri, what's up, man? How are you? How about those New York Knicks?
How about them New York Knicks? I know I left the server. I needed a few days of break, because those 2 losses broke my heart, my brother.
Yeah.
Those 2 losses
I
had
saw
me.
you left. I saw you left the server. I was worried about you, Yuri. I'm worried about you.
I'm back now. When you see the Knicks and the Hornets and the Spurs games lose, it puts you in some type of way. And when March Madness happens, I was like, you know what? Let me watch some college hoops to get my mind off the Knicks. Then I saw the Deuce lineup, and then I'm like, Hyler's gonna play.
That was exactly
Okay.
my thought, Yuri. I wasn't hyped for this game. Like, I was just whatever. It's the Wizards. You're probably gonna win, but Kolek beat Deuce. Once that Deuce news dropped, I was like, okay, I got interest.
I was like, okay, now I gotta watch the game.
Yeah. Yep.
And I will say the thing about Tibbs, you know me, and I'm a pro Tibbs guy. But these past few months, man, I'm slowly itching to like. I know he's gonna be with us for the next 3 years, and I don't wish nobody's jobs to get fired. I think come year 1 or year 2, if he's still on a hot seat, I think you should have a look at a new coach. If we're still stuck in the same rut like we are.
We'll see what happens in the playoffs, Yuri. That's the goal. He's not gonna get fired. There's no way he's gonna get fired from now until the playoffs. There's no way. So this is a conversation that we're gonna have to pick up at the end of the season.
Next season?
And this summer is gonna be a conversation, depending on what happens in the playoffs. And you know where you guys know where I stand on it. after the last post game, and
Yeah, disc over. That's what I've been saying about Tibbs too.
yeah,
I don't want him to get fired. I want him to be promoted to the front office because I feel like firing him outright would be really disrespectful.
yeah, yep,
Not after everything he did for the past 5 years. Come on now.
yeah, yeah. I think
But
they'll find a role for him in the front office. Not a firing. Look, he's changed the culture. He's changed honestly the direction of the franchise when he came here 5 years ago. But we just have to wait and see what happens in the playoffs. And it's games like tonight where you play your rookie Tyler Kolek he hasn't played since January. It's crazy. It's March 22nd, by the way, and he gives you a spark. It's oh wow, like it's
yeah,
crazy, right?
no, I was pulling for Tyler Kolek to play, but part of me is like the G League's for developing. He's got to develop in a G League, but I wouldn't mind playing him if Jalen Brunson was out. I've been pulling for Tyler Kolek to play. I talked about this with Nostalgic Nick, Minutes Police. Tyler Kolek was the one I wanted to play. Ariel Hokoporty is the one I've been wanting to play. You know, and this Knicks season's like, regardless of how people feel about the Knicks, if you're not going to cheer for the Knicks, then just don't cheer for the Knicks and just find a different team. This team is a contender. This team is building to be a contender. Let me not say they're not a contender, because we did have bad losses this year with the elite teams. But I do feel like they can make noise in the playoffs. Hum the playoffs.
Yeah,
And next season, the bench will be upgraded. I personally think, Ant, with the bench, I think Campaign is gonna stay. I think Precious and Shamit's gonna walk. I think the rookies are gonna take over the bench. Because you gave up all your picks for Mikal Bridges, right? You're not gonna be able to make any trades at
you
all.
could.
Let me not. You could make trades. Deuce McBride's your highest trade value right
And
now.
and the Mikal Bridges extension is going to be a hot topic this summer. So you could make trades. You got Mitch's contract. Obviously, you don't want to trade him now, but you could make trades. But this is the nucleus, right? This is the nucleus.
And Dolan said it himself. This team is staying.
Yeah,
This team is staying together. I think personally they need continuity. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They just gotta keep playing with each other. But I don't think trading anybody is going to solve anything. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
the way I
What
feel
else you
right
got,
now,
Yuri?
I'm gonna end my final point with this.
Yeah,
I think the rookies are gonna be a major part of the bench coming up for next season.
yeah,
I think Kevin McCullough Jr., Macomb Dadier, and Tyler Kolek is gonna be your backups for next season, along with Campaign.
yeah. Yuri, appreciate the call,
That's
Yuri.
the way you gotta go.
Shout out to Yuri, always calling in, always supporting. Thank you for the support, Yuri. Always calling in, supporting the Knicks Nation post game show. Those of you, of course, you can hop in, give your thoughts. I agree. I think Kevin McCullough is doing great things in the G League currently. I think he's a year away. He was projected to be a first round pick. Obviously, injuries took a toll in his career. You have Hukporty, who, let's be honest, Tom Thibodeau finally started to go to him and was playing some minutes over Precious. And unfortunately, Hukporty got hurt. And we just have to hope for his return. And obviously, Pacom Dadier is the wild card. But I just think it's extremely positive that you can rely on. I honestly think you can rely on Kolek. I do. I honestly think you can rely on Kolek in the future because he just has a mold of, like, I'm not comparing him to Jalen Brunson, but he has that type of mold, like hard worker, always willing to work, always willing to stay in the gym, stay late, improve his craft. And even though he's a poor defender, you saw tonight getting into the passing lanes, just doing, smart things on the basketball court. He's a smart basketball player. And we've always known that from Mr. Tyler Kolek, and that's why we've been clamoring for Tyler Kolek to play more, and Thibs finally played him. But, Knicks have a good, we'll have to wait and see what Dadier shakes out to be. He was their first-round pick. But I think the Knicks have in terms of, because that's your nucleus, right? I mean, you have more second-round picks, and Knicks have shown you in the past that they're really savvy with drafting in the second round. I mean, just look at Kolek, just look at Hukporty, last pick of the second round. So I have faith that they can find gems, hidden gems. And even late in the first round, maybe they can take a couple of those second round picks and trade back in the first round. I mean, look at Quentin Grimes now. It took him a few years, but he's finally getting going. Granted, it's on a 76ers team that stinks. But shout out to Quentin Grimes, playing extremely well. So, yeah, it's going to be a process. But ultimately, Thibs did the right thing. Went to Tyler Kolek. Better late than never, I guess. But he did the right thing. And he went to him. El Figgy says, good take, Yuri. Chris says, shout out to Yuri. Yuri getting some love in the chat. Shout out to Yuri, man. Always supporting. Shout out to you, Yuri. Chris says Kevin McCullough Jr. would definitely be in a rotation next season. The guy is putting up back-to-back triple doubles. Yeah, man. Those of you that are not familiar, that haven't been watching, he's putting up great numbers in the G League currently. I know it's the G League, but he's putting up great numbers in the G League. Even Moses Brown. I think Moses Brown had a 20 rebound game and something crazy. I forgot the stat, but Moses Brown was putting up some crazy numbers in the G League. So I agree with adding Kolek, Daddy, and Hukporty to the rotation next season. Maybe McCullough as well. Yeah, those guys are, McCullough, Daddy. Look, Daddy is what, 19, right? Super young. So he'll be 20 next year. He's still super young. And Hukporty cracked the rotation, got hurt. Kolek, look, if he performs with Deuce out, let's say Deuce is out these next couple of games and Kolek is just performing well, I mean, you got to continue to play him, I think. You got to. You got to make up for the lack of playing time that he hasn't been playing since January. You got to play him. Let him grow through the mistakes. 27 points, 28 rebounds last night from Moses Brown. There you go. Shout out to the chat. 27 points, 28 rebounds from Moses Brown. Sorry if I just woke anyone up by those DJ horns. I apologize, by the way. But shout out to the G League. I like seeing our young rooks perform. El Figgy said Isaiah Hartenstein was drafted and sent to the G League to develop, and it did wonders for his rebounding game. Yeah, look. Knicks can develop. They could. It's just that sometimes Tom Thibodeau doesn't, it's games like tonight or even the past couple of games. Sometimes you got to, lose the battle to win the war, man. And Thibodeau can't get that out of his head. He always wants to win. He always wants to win the game. Always. And he's going to stick with his guys. He's going to not deviate from his rotations. He's stubborn. Let's just call it what it is. He's stubborn. And unless he's forced to play someone like he was tonight with Tyler Kolek, they're not going to play. And that's why I had my little rant last post game. And, he played him tonight and he performed. It would have been one thing if Kolek played tonight and looked like garbage. And then everyone would have been like, see, this is the Tyler Kolek you wanted Tom Thibodeau to play. Dibs probably would have took shots in the post game. But no, you played him. He performed. Offense was running great. And should have been doing that from the get. Right? Gangster says, sit Shamit. He's done. Hey, Shamit has put up let's look at what, I know Shamit's pretty much been a net negative for this team lately, but thing about Shamit I like is that he fights on defense. He does. And look, he has been a disappointment for this team. Let's be real. He has been a disappointment for this team. And last 3 games, he is struggling. 1 of 4 tonight. 0 of 3 versus Charlotte. 1 of 6 for San Antonio. It's not good. He is 2 for his last 13. And he is 1 for 12 in his last 12 3-point attempts. It's not good. It's terrible. I mean, it's terrible. But prior to that, it's weird because he was just starting to come along. Like, he was just starting to get it. He was playing well prior to that. And playing well is like, I mean, it's not great, but for his standards, it's pretty good. But he hasn't been good, right? He hasn't been good. These last 3 games especially, he hasn't been good. But coming off that major injury, he was playing well before that. I want to give him his props. He was playing well. But these last 3 games have been stinkers. Just stinkers for Landry Shamet, right? 4 fouls tonight, 3 points, 1 turnover. It's not great, Bob. Chris says, yeah, let's be honest, Shamet has never been a factor. He runs around, and if we are lucky, he may get 2 to 3 baskets. We may get 2 to 3 baskets out of him. Kolek will get more comfortable, and his shots will fall. The thing about Shamet, we need him to be that, guard running off picks and quick release stuff and just getting open and then be that cutter off the bench. And he's pretty good at that, but he just really has been inconsistent. And right now he's going through a funk. Him, Precious, going through a funk right now. And honestly, that's been a culprit of why this bench has been so poor. And that's why, Thibs has been just pushing Precious Achiuwa and just keeps playing Precious Achiuwa. And everyone's like, bro, he's not playing well. Play someone else. Like, the game tells you what to do. That's what you say. And he hasn't been playing well. But he's going to stick with Shamet. He still does some good things well. He has size. Obviously, DeLon Wright is on the bench, but he really hasn't played. He hasn't played up to this point. And you're honestly at a point in the season where I just don't think Thibs is going to make any major changes. Like, he's not going to all of a sudden take Shamet out of the rotation and just, go to Wright or, stuff like that. So you are a saint for defending Shamet. I don't want to rag on players too much, I don't. I like our guys, man. We won. I mean, we know what Shamet is. Like, do I have to say it? We know what Landry Shamet is. Like, I don't want to say it. Like, we know what he is, but we won. He ran his cardio out there. He did his thing, But I'm just happy that Kolek got out there and played well. The guy that we've been hoping and praying for to play all his time, and it took until March 22nd to do so. And Thibodeau finally played him. And it took a Deuce McBride injury for Thibodeau to go to him. So, Vicky, our bench has been a liability all season long. It has. It really has been. But this is what we got, right? And this is that stems from my frustration as to why our bench has been a liability, but Thibs is really not trying different looks. Like, he hasn't been trying Kolek. He hasn't been playing him. He hasn't been giving Daddy a run. DeLon Wright, I mean, he hasn't played him. He's not like, all right, you don't have it tonight? Let me try DeLon Wright. All right, campaign, you stink tonight? Tyler Kolek, you're up, buddy. He doesn't do that. That's not in his DNA, right? So we just have to accept it, I guess. But I wish he did. Like, I wish he just mixed and matched the bench a little bit. Precious hasn't been playing well, so. But you down Hook Porty. So it's like you need size. Your only backup center right now is Mitch. And you're not starting him, and then it's Precious. And then your size is, you signed Tucker, but he doesn't play. So, yeah. Wayne, we got to support the squad. Yeah, we got to support him. Indiana won tonight, right? So let's check these standings. Once again, appreciate every single one of you hopping in here, joining me on this Saturday evening, talking Knicks, many other things you could be doing. Thank you for giving me your time. I really do appreciate it. Smash the like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. Shout out to the crew. Always rocking with me in the post games. You know who you are. Shout out to everybody. Really appreciate it. On this Saturday evening, Knicks win. Knicks win. So Knicks are in third seed. Indiana won. They've won 4 straight. They've been creeping up. 44-26. Indiana's 41-29. You own the tiebreaker. So Knicks' magic number, I think, is 3. It's down to 3 to clinch a top 6 seed in the East now. So that's it. You win 3, or Detroit loses, and any combination of that, and you clinch a top 6 seed, which they will. Highest probability right now on the docket is Knicks, Pistons first round. That's the highest probability. Knicks, Pistons first round. Still got quite a bit of games to play, but the Pistons just lost to, who did Detroit lose to? The Mavericks at home. No, Mavericks away, excuse me. So that was a bad loss. So, I think, look, Pistons, Bucks, Pacers, any one of those series, I think the Knicks can handle them. But it's look, you got to build your good habits. You do. The Pistons are 2-1 against you this season, with 2 wins in Madison Square Garden, and they play tough and they play physical. So that, look, if it ends up being the Pistons, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be nervous, but I'm gonna be confident, because I do think the Knicks will take the Pistons. I do. This Rover says if we go against the Pistons, we will probably get part of my. No, I don't think we will. This Rover, I really don't. Tony says again, I say Mavs will beat us. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, but I know my basketball. Mavs. The length bothers us. That's the thing with the Mavs, but they're dealing with so many injuries, Tony. Like, their length bothered us, especially in Dallas. But they're dealing with so many injuries. No Kyrie. Anthony Davis is probably out. That should be a win at home. But going back to the Pistons, this Rover says if we go against the Pistons, we would probably get beat. I don't think so. I really don't. And like I said earlier, if you lose in a first round, heads will probably roll, because that is not the expectation. You know, it wasn't the expectation this year. And obviously you reevaluate, but I really do think the Knicks can take any of these 3 teams: Indiana, Milwaukee, Detroit. And there is still a possibility you could fall back to the 4th seed. I doubt it. Look, Cleveland has kind of come back to earth. Not come back to earth, but they've had 4 straight losses. And I don't know, man. I kind of want this 4th seed. I'm not going to lie with you guys. I'm not ducking from any smoke, but I personally would rather play Cleveland in the second round than Boston. Me personally. But that's not how that's not how the dominoes lie right now currently. This Rover talking crazy. El Figgy says we're dealing with injuries too. Brunson's going to come back. Oh, you talking about the Mavs game? Yeah. Where we want the Wizards first round. If the Mavs beat us, I want everyone to acknowledge me like Roman Reigns. I don't think the Mavs are going to beat us, man. I don't. What are the Indiana's schedule looking like? Because they're 3 games behind us. Timberwolves, Lakers, Washington, OKC, Sacramento, Charlotte, Utah, Denver, Washington, Cleveland, Orlando, Cleveland. Yeah, I think we're going to stay the 3rd seed, guys. I do. And then you play 6. You play whoever falls at number 6. Dallas, Clippers, Milwaukee, Portland, at Cleveland. This game got flexed to ESPN, by the way. Like, why? These national televised games. And then you honestly, Brunson is 4 games away from being eligible for his All-NBA. Like, which one does he come back for? At Cleveland? Or maybe the final four of the season? I don't know. Gangster says Detroit is a bad matchup for us. They're 2-1 against the Knicks. They are. They're a bad matchup. But playoffs are a different ball game. Different speed. Different speed, man. And you've seen how things look in the playoffs. Things tighten up. They play physical. I'll give them that. They're the more physical team. Remember Stewart tried to punk us last time when they won, walking off the court, flexing. We remember that, but they play physical. But as long as we got a number, like JB turns it up a notch in the playoffs. Like I'm honestly, and Obi, like guys, I honestly think if we play the Pistons first round, I'm picking the Knicks in 5. Like I am. Like call me crazy. Like I'm picking the Knicks in 5. I think they'll get a game, maybe 2, maybe Knicks in 6. Like I don't think it's. Call me crazy, but it's a different speed. Chris said, when was the last time the Knicks played against the Detroit Pistons in a playoff season? I can't remember seeing that matchup in my lifetime. Trivia question. Last time the Knicks played the Pistons in the playoffs. I don't remember that, Chris. I could look that up right now. I'm getting 1992. Yeah, 1992. That was the last time the Knicks played the Pistons in a playoff series. Rasul says Cunningham is a beast. Yeah, Cade is a beast. It's going to be tough. But in playoff, OG is a beast. He will cause trouble for Cade. I truly believe that as well. Yeah, look. Different speed. And I just think, like, Pistons, Pacers, Milwaukee, you should beat them in the first round. But, yeah, tonight was fun. Shout out to Tom Thibodeau playing Tyler Kolek. Finally, you woke up. You did your job. You went to the bench. You played the rook. Appreciate you guys in here. Podcast is tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Talking everything Knicks. Be there. Appreciate the support. Have a great night, everyone. Let's go, Knicks. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Thank you for the support. As always, it's Let's Go Knicks. I'm out of here. I'm going to get some sleep. Peace. Wait, anyone at Discord? No one at Discord. All right. Catch you guys next time. Peace.